can I help? Even if you don't have $1 million, where can I donate? How do I know the resources are going to go to those people who really need it? And joining me now is Tony Binkley with the Better Business Bureau. Okay, we want to make sure it's going to somebody and not getting scammed. So there are questions we probably should ask, right? If someone's making an appeal, and first thing is that appeal clear and concise, and who is it that's making the appeal?
Who's calling you? You know, who are they? Is it Red Cross? Is it somebody you've heard of before? And I'm just using it as an example. Right. Or is it somebody you've never heard of? Is it something on GoFundMe or Facebook? You know, you've got to check these places out just to make sure your money is going to the place you need it to go to.
And if they're calling you, is that maybe the first thing you say, well, let me go the other way, let me do this myself, maybe?
Yeah, I think if they're calling you and reaching out, you certainly want to be on guard and check them out and go to their website, you know, directly, and not necessarily trust the person you're on the phone with.
Because that happens. I'm sure you get reports of that, right?
It does. It happens all the time. I mean, you know, we live in a scam world these days, and during this time of year, when everybody's busy, it even ramps up.
Right.
So.
And this is like a double dose, right? Because the holidays, and now you got this tornado relief.
Sure.
So I'm assuming that the scammers are like, here we go.
Right. I mean, anytime that urgency gets created where they want people to act quickly and without thinking, that's what they're going to jump on. And this is one of those opportunities for them.
And now, it's an emotional thing to give, but how do you take that out of that? Because someone calls you and you want to go, oh, I want to help. It's you know, it's almost like when you pull up on a stop sign, maybe someone's standing there asking for money. There's that emotional part of it.
Well, you do want to help, but if you truly want to help, you want to make sure your money is going to some place that is going to provide relief and not lining somebody else's pockets that may not have other people's interests in their best.
How do you find out if that charity or that nonprofit has experience in this type of thing? Like we know the Red Cross responds to fires, responds to tornadoes. How do you go about saying, well, maybe this other one is completely legitimate, but how do you find that out?
Well, one place is to go to give.org. You can check out charities, but not all of them are going to be listed there. I mean, in this case, there's a local one, the Armed Services YMCA. There's about 100 military that lost their homes, and so they're more focused on the military, helping them rebuild. And so you've got different organizations that may focus or, you know, in certain areas.
Right. The trustworthiness of a charity is that another place like give.org or the Better Business Bureau? Where do you get?
Well, give.org is part of the BBB,
right.
And so we vet charities, and they have a lot of standards they have to meet, and we give indications if they've met those or not.
And real quickly, some people, oh, I'll give water, I'll give clothes. Is it better just to stick to the money?
It's better to give money because water and clothes take up a lot of room, and money, they can convert it to what they need it to be for that situation.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Tony, for that information. Yeah. Please be careful out there if you want to give.
Always.
Yeah. All right, let's head over to Lori.